third mistake we're making, right, is we're, hold on guys, there's technical difficulties here. Give me a second. Make sure we're doing this the way we need to do this here. Okay. It looks like I'm just going live on Facebook. I've been live on TikTok this whole time. But okay guys, hey, we gonna get this under control. So it looks like we didn't go live on Facebook right away. So again, I'm Troy Sneed, right? We're talking about the 7 mistakes that dialysis warriors make, right? I'm Troy Sneed. I'm the author of A Gifted Tone, the 40-Year Spiritual Fast for Dialysis Patients. I'm a dialysis patient myself. I'm a dialysis coach. I'm a veteran of the Marine Corps. I'm a 3-time cancer survivor, right? So I've had 2 transplants. I've been on dialysis for 25 years off and on. So I know my stuff. I know the mistakes. And then I'm not judging you. I said this already, but I'm not judging you, right? I'm keep speaking to you from experience. Mistakes that I've made, right? I'm not on my high horse pointing down to you, like, don't do this, don't do that. This is the mistakes I made. That's how I know about them, right? So that's just catching up to you on the Facebook audience. My apologies for the hiccup. But yeah, let's get back into it. We're on mistake number 3. All right. So 3's in the chat. 3's in the chat if you want to hear the third mistake that dialysis patients are making. Right. So third mistake, we're neglecting financial stewardship. Right. So there's a huge debate. So I've been educating people on my TikTok channel, right, about wealth, and I went not back and forth because I don't argue with people, right, but I was educating this guy who loves to put that verse, money is the root of all evil, and people misconstrue that verse so bad, right. I'm not going to dig all into that, right, but something to think about. Let me think about this. If money was evil, right, why would churches and charities ask for it? I don't know. Sit on that for a little bit, right? But we're neglecting financial stewardship, guys. We think because we're on dialysis, right, that we just get to be woe is me and I'm broke, my wife sucks, and come on, guys. That's playing right into the enemy's hands. That's where he wants you. Right there is right where he wants you, right? The word commands, right, that we are good stewards, right, of our finances, right? The word says, give a dime of every dollar as tithes. So when money comes in, 10% goes to giving. If you're a member of church, to the church. If you're not a member of the church, we're going to talk about that one video too, but maybe take 10% and pay for the person's groceries behind you or something. I don't know. When you give, you open up a whole wealth. So it's like a muscle. That your giving is like a muscle, right? The stronger, it's like when you lift weights, the stronger, the more you do it, the more it becomes a gift. And the word says it's better to give than receive, right? So if you're a believer, right, which most of you on this live are, I'd imagine, right? You know what the word says. The word says is to give, right? So giving is the first step to financial stewardship, right? And that's the third mistake that dialysis patients make, right? But it's not just about money, right? It's also about managing what you have, right? Proverbs 21:5 says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, right? So if you're out there recklessly spending money, maybe before dialysis, you stop at McDonald's and you waste money on poison. That's, again, another video. I'm not judging. If you eat McDonald's, enjoy. Me and my wife have discussions about this too, right? But, like, that's not financial stewardship, right? That's not financial stewardship, right? And again, I'm not preaching to you guys. I've been there, right? I've wasted money. When I did my first budget, we're going to talk about budget, I saw that I was spending $900 a month eating out, right? Is that godly? All right. So Proverbs 21:5 says, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance." So I mean, so you guys watching, what are you spending money on that you have no business spending money on, right? And again, no judgment, right? So we have to steward our finances, right? Because it's all connected, right? It's all connected. God laid out everything perfectly and it's designed perfectly through principles and laws, right? The way things work are the way things work. The way He created it in Genesis is the way it works now. God's never changing, right? And one of the things we do wrong with financial stewardship is we're focusing on lack rather than abundance. Think about it. Lack was the first sin, right? Think about it. God said, Adam and Eve, y'all can have every tree in the garden except that one, right? But what they do? They focused on what they didn't have, and they had to dig in, they had to do that, right? So lack is the first sin. So if we're focused on everything we don't have versus what we do have, right? That's not financial stewardship, all right? So let me ask you this. Like think about a financial mistake that you made, right? That you learned from, right? Did you run up a credit card and then you couldn't pay it, right? That's a financial mistake. Again, guys, not judging, right? But these are the mistakes that dialysis patients make. And it's connected. Because when you walk into the clinic, right, it's you got enough to focus on to do this treatment, right? But if you're walking in there and you got debt and bill collectors calling you, that ain't gonna help your treatment, right? So let me tell you. So put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Type it in the comments. A financial mistake you made. Did you budget incorrectly? Did you let instant gratification make you buy something that's gone in a heartbeat anyway? Right. All right. Mistake number 4. Who wants to hear mistake number 4? Put 4 in the chat. Can I get 4 in the chat? Can I get 4 in the chat? Come on, give me some 4s, guys. Give me some 4s. I need some engagement. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I need some engagement, guys. I feel like I'm talking to myself here. All right. So put some 4s in the chat. Put some 4s in the chat. If you're in the team replay and you watch this on replay, put 4 replay, right? If you're here live, put 4 live. Put 4 live. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So the 4th mistake dialysis patients are making, right? And dialysis warriors are making, because we're a child of God. I don't want you to have that patient stigma. We dialysis kidney warriors, all right? So, this one right here, if you watch any of my other videos, you know this irks my soul. Like, number 4, you're missing opportunities to build wealth, right? You can make money on the machine. Why are you sleeping? While you're on that machine getting your treatment, right, you can make money, right? And if you're on the machine and you're not making money, right, next treatment, I want you to sit there and think of how. That's my challenge for you. My challenge for you today is, as soon as you get off this live, right, think to yourself, how can I use this 4 hours productively, right? Right? And again, not judging. I used to go in there and just knock out. I stay up till 4 in the morning just so when I get the dialysis, I can sleep through it, right? Been there, right? Don't sleep on dialysis. There's ways to make bread, right? You have skills, you have talent, you have the gifts that God gave you, right? And those gifts that God gave you, while first and foremost we're using to help others, they can be monetized. You can monetize your gifts on that machine, right? Question, have you ever been on a machine and you're sitting there and you're bored to death? Why are you bored? Why are you bored? A bored mind is an unimaginative mind. Did you know that your imagination is your greatest gift from the Father? Right? God said in Genesis, let us make man in our own image. So God used a word and he imagined us and made it real, right? And if you're Christ-like, right, your goal is to be like God, you know? And he sent his son as the perfect example of how we're supposed to live, right? So, right, he gave you gifts. Those gifts can be monetized, right? So, think about the hobbies that you have. Like, what do you like to do? Like, what do you like to do? Like, do you like to play ball? Right? Do you like to play video games? Do you know you can make money playing video games? The world is great. You're sitting on that chair for 4 hours playing video games. Are you making any money playing video games while you're sitting on it? Are you building wealth for your family and your kids while you're sitting on the machine playing video games? There's a way. There's a way to play video games and make money, right? Don't waste that time, guys, right? The internet, the thing that we're using to talk to you right now, it's made it easier for anyone to build wealth because of this internet thing, right? It's easier to build wealth right now than in any other time in the history of the world because of the internet. And you have access to it for free in that chair, right? So guys, number 4 mistake, you're missing opportunities to build wealth, right? Number 5, who want to hear the 5th one? Who want to hear the 5th mistake the dialysis warriors are making? Drop a 5 in the chat. Let's get a 5. Give me some 5. Give me some 5s up and down this comment screen. Guys, I need to see some 5s because I'm in my office by myself. My lovely wife is downstairs making some food. I smell it. And I'm hungry, right? But I'm here with you guys. Give me some engagement. Give me some engagement, right? All right, number 5. Give me some 5s in the chat before I drop this. Before I drop this 5th mistake, I want to see some 5s. I want to see some 5s, guys. All right. Look like my TikTok people rocking and rolling over here, but my Facebook people ain't showing me no love. But that's okay. We still gonna bless y'all. All right, number 5. Number 5 mistake that dialysis warriors are making, right, is you're making poor health. Making poor health management decisions beyond dialysis, right? So we have this kidney issue that we're battling on a daily basis. I think I saw a post on one of the kidney groups I'm in, and it said, you can have 99 problems, but if you got a kidney problem, you got one problem. Right? I thought that was so good, so true, right? It really puts things in perspective, it puts life in perspective, right? But again, like I say, like the main theme of this channel, right, is there's a purpose for it, right? You gotta ask yourself, and then, most importantly, ask the Father, why am I on dialysis? There's a reason, right? Next week, we're going to talk about purpose, right? We're going to talk about the 7 principles of purpose, right? And that's going to be fire. Mark your calendars. I can't wait to give that lesson. I was going to give it today, but I said, no, I'm going to talk about this. That's step to step. In my church, we're doing something called the Build the Rise on a Firm Foundation in 2025, right? So it's all about setting a good foundation. And this live is about doing that first and foremost. All right. So number 5, poor health management outside of dialysis. Like, what are you eating? Like, you already have kidney issues, right? Why are you eating like crap? Why are you laying around? Why are you not exercising? I'm gonna ask you point blank, because I want you to ask yourself these questions, because I know a lot of times, the enemy blocks us from asking ourselves these types of questions. So I'm gonna ask you, Why are you not exercising? Oh, well, I'm tired after dialysis. Exercise before dialysis. Oh, well, I go to dialysis at 4 in the morning. Exercise at 3 in the morning. What about off dialysis days? Right? Come on, guys. Like, I gotta keep saying it. I've been guilty, but I've been through it, right? And I learned the benefits of exercising versus not exercising. Your body tolerates dialysis so much better when you're healthy outside of the one kidney disease thing. All right, guys. All right, guys. So let me ask you this. Let me get a fist emoji. Let me get a bionic arm emoji in the chat, right? If you're ready to improve your health outside of dialysis, right? Are you ready to improve your health outside of dialysis? Let's make our kidney issue the only thing that we're dealing with. Because anything on top of that is just exacerbating that issue, right? So let's work on that, guys. Let's work on our health outside of dialysis, right? Now, nutrition, physical activity, right? These are things that you must do. Let me get a fit arm pump emoji in the chat, guys. If you're ready to improve your health outside of dialysis, okay. Now we're gonna move on to number 6. Let me get some 6s in the chat. Who's with me? Who's with me with number 6s in the chat? Come on, let's get some 6s. I need to know y'all here with me. Y'all give me energy. When I know I'm helping somebody, it fires me up and gives me energy. When I think I'm here talking to the screen by myself, I need to get my juices flowing. All right, let me get some 6s in the chat. All right, mistake number 6. Right, let me get 6 in the chat. Right, we're neglecting, right, relationships and support systems. The enemy wants you alone, guys. The enemy wants you alone, right? So, let's not be alone, right? We serve the great God, Yeshua, right? That's who we serve, right? He tells us community, people. Where 2 or more are gathered, so am I. So he's there when you with people. When you got people, right, together, doing things together, right? He's there, right? So you support, like talk some things through. I had a potential client I spoke with last week, right? And he said to me, he hasn't spoken with his kidney issues, about his cancer, to anyone. Not even his kids, barely to his wife. And I'm like, bruh, that's exactly where the enemy wants you, right? That's why you're struggling, right? That's why you're struggling right now. It's because you feel like you're alone, right? You have to use people, right? Dialysis can feel isolating, but you don't have to go through it alone, right? Too many patients pull away from their families and friends and support groups. If you're not on our group, right? It's called Dialysis Disciples on Facebook. Join the community, guys, right? We're pumping each other up. I do these live trainings once a week. Be blessing y'all. Be dropping gems on y'all, right? For free, right? So, use your people, right? Use your people, right? So, let me ask you this, like, drop a heart in the chat if you've isolated yourself. If you've isolated yourself, right, and you said, man, I ain't telling nobody nothing about this, that's the enemy, that's shame. Dialysis is not weak, guys. Being on dialysis is not a weakness, it's a strength. Not everybody can go through this, right? But you're a strong warrior. You can go through it because you've been going through it. If you're on here right now watching me, right, you survived dialysis. There's people who haven't, right? There's people who've passed away, right? You're here right now watching me. That means you're a battler. That means God has a purpose and a plan for you. Ask him. Ask him what it is. Right? Use people. Right? Use people. I'm a dialysis coach. Use me. Right? That's what I'm here for. I've discovered my purpose, and it's to help you. And how did I do that? I prayed and I asked him, and he led me down a path that I would love to show you. Right? Number 7. Who wants number 7? This is the last and final major mistake that dialysis patients are making. Dialysis warriors, dialysis disciples are making. Can I get a 7? Can I get a 7 in the chat? Come on, guys. Work with me here. Work with me here. I'm battling through. My wife's dinner smells good downstairs. I'm battling through for you. All right, let's go. Here is number 7, and this is a powerful one. I'm really not sure if y'all are ready for this. Really. I know some of you watching are getting fired up by this. Some of you watching are like, man, I don't know, what's this guy talking about? Put this in the chat, put that in the chat, man. What's this guy talking about? I'm tired from dialysis. I ain't putting in no chat. That mindset is what's keeping you stuck right there, right? Engage, guys. Engage. All right, number 7. Can I get number 7? This is a powerful one, right? I'm not sure if y'all ready for number 7. 7 in the chat. 7 in the chat. Right? Where we at? Let me check. Let me see here. We got any 7s in the chat. We got any 7s in the comments. We all at. Okay. All right. 7 in the chat. 7 in the chat. All right. I'm going to bless y'all. All right. Now, this is a tough one, guys. Wrap your head around. Right? It's a tough one to wrap your head around. Here it goes. Number 7. Who's ready for number 7? All right. 7. You underestimate the power of vision. Vision. What's vision? Vision. A man without a dream shall perish. That's in the word, right? So if you're just dragging through life, dragging through dialysis, with nothing to focus on, no hope, no dream, you're doomed. I didn't make it up. It's in the word. Like it was in the word. It was in the word this morning when I woke up, and it's been in the word since the beginning. Right here, this thing, the word. Right. A man without a dream will perish. What's your dream, guys? What do you dream to do? Right? What do you dream about? Well, I don't even dream. I don't have dreams. That's an issue. You know what that means? It means you're not connected to the Father. Because when you're connected to the Father, He will talk to you in your dreams. Right? He will speak to you in your dreams. I'm talking to you now. Right? I wasn't planning on saying this. I'm going to tell you. God gave me in my dream the word hospinetics. Hospinetics is not mine, a divine 3-part holistic healing system. Hospinetics. That's not a word, guys. So where did I get it from? It came from the Father. Right? Hospa. I looked it up. It stands for hospitality, helping, and healing. Hospa prefix. Netics is a system. You've heard of kinetics is a system of movement. Netics. Hospinetics. Healing system. God gave me a 3-part healing system to share with you guys called hospinetics. Put hospinetics in the chat. Spell it like you sound. Hospinetics. Right? That's my dream. That's my vision. You know my dream too? I'm going to open a dialysis resort. Right? A resort with beaches and massages and everything at a resort. But it's going to have a dialysis machine. Right? So all you people who want to travel and can't travel because of dialysis, the machine's right there. We're going to host retreats. Okay. Enough about my dream. You need a dream, guys. You need a reason that when you get up and go to dialysis, you know what you're going for. You have something to work on and something to work towards. Right? Don't estimate dreaming and vision, guys. Right? Like too many dialysis patients lose sight of their future. They think dialysis and being on a machine is the end all be all to their life. It's not. I promise you it's not. Right? Right? All right. So let's recap. Let's recap everything. Let's talk about the seven mistakes dialysis patients make. Right? 1, failing to stay spiritually anchored. 2, letting fear overtake hope and faith. 3, neglecting financial stewardship. 4, missing opportunities to build wealth. 5, poor health management beyond dialysis. 6, neglecting relationships and support systems. Right? And 7, underestimating the power of vision and failing to have a dream. Right? Right? Okay. So, who wants to take action to fix all of these issues? Right? Let me get a me in the chat. Me in the chat if you're ready to attack all these issues. Right? Let's see a me in the chat if you're ready to attack all these issues. Right? So, if you're struggling with any of these mistakes, you don't have to figure it out alone, guys. Right? Here's my question for you today. How many of you want to thrive on dialysis? You want to be financially independent, financially free, right? You don't want to be tired all the time, right? You want to travel whenever it is or wherever you want to travel, right? Maybe some of you guys work a job or want to work a job, right? All right. Who wants to do that? Can I get a wave in the chat? Who wants to do that stuff? Right? So it's very difficult to get there on your own. Right? It's very difficult to get there on your own. You're going to have blind spots. You're going to have things that you don't see coming. Right? But that's my purpose, guys. That's why God put me here on this planet, is to help you do that. Right? Why else would God allow me to go through 25 years of dialysis, 3 bouts of cancer, 2 kidney transplants, fistulas, grafts in my legs, in my arms, parathyroidectomies, right? I've been through it all. I know how to navigate it, right? That's what I specialize in, guys. I do it all day, every day. I help people in these areas. That's what I do, all day, every day, and I'm really good at it, all right? God tells us to be humble. I'm humble. I'm humble as they come, but I'm also confident because I know the gift that God gave me. I know my purpose is to help you. Right? Right? So what I do with my clients is the gold standard, guys. It's the gold standard of taking people from walking into dialysis depressed and sad to looking forward to dialysis because you know you got something to work on. You got something to do. You know your purpose. You know why God put you there. Right? That's what I do for a living, guys. I'm retired from the Marine Corps. I don't work a job. I go to dialysis, and I help you guys. That's what I do. Right? I had a client, and he wasn't even a dialysis patient, guys. He wasn't even a dialysis patient, right? He had just had a breakup with a girl he was planning to marry, and he was just in the pits, right? Working with him and talking with me, right? Now he's starting his own business, right? And he understands that if he wants to have a chance with this young lady again, it's not in the past, it's in the future. So if he really wants to get her back, he got to stop dwelling back there and go that way. If God has it in his mind and his plan to happen, it ain't happening in the past, it's happening in the future. That's a free one for you guys. This is what I do, guys. This is what I do out there. So this is what I want to do, guys. This is what I want to do. My program is the ultimate fast track to thriving on dialysis. So, let me ask you this first before we move on. If any of this resonated with you, gave you value, can you put value in the chat? Type value in the chat. If you got anything from this, whether we work together or not, if you got value from this, put value in the chat. That'll help me feel good. That'll make me feel good because I'm here smelling my wife's dinner downstairs, right? And I'm talking to you. So if I know that I helped somebody and gave somebody some value, it'd be all worth it. One person, right? And here's the beauty, guys. Because this is what God called me to do, I love being here, right? And again, next week we're going to talk about purpose, the 7 principles of purpose. And one of the things we're going to talk about how you get so much energy. Like right now, talking to you, doing this, I'm fired up, guys. I ain't going to be able to sleep, right? Because I'm fired up because I'm in my purpose. When you're in your purpose, you get energy. That's a free one. So when you go to dialysis, like I leave dialysis more energized than when I get there. I'm telling you, like you don't believe me? I'm going to do this for some of you guys, right? And in the Bible, I look forward to dialysis, and I leave with more energy than I did when I came in. You want to feel that way? Put mentor in the chat. Or DM me. DM me, mentor, or coach, or something like that, and I'm going to reach out to you. Right? Put it in the chat. Put mentor in the chat, or mentor, or DM me mentor, right? And, I'll reach out to you, right? We'll chat about why and where you're stuck, right? I'll help you get a clear idea of the path forward, right? And if I can help you, we'll talk about what it looks like to work with me, right? To work together, right? And if not, I'll point you in the right direction, right? I met with a guy last week and he just wasn't ready to invest in himself, right? That's fine. It takes a while to get there, right? But I sent him a whole bunch of stuff to help him, like things from my mentor, right? Books that'll help him, like Bible verses that'll help him, right? Because I know where he is because I've been there. I know where you are, guys. So guys, if you got value from this, put value in the chat. I love to see your comments. Even if you watch this on replay, I'll still see it, right? So put some value. Put value in the chat if you got some value for this. And put replay. Value from replay. That way I know that this message is getting out to people, right? So next week I'm going to have some lessons for you. Again, we talk about the 7 principles of purpose. So the 7 purpose principles. Right? I might even break out the whiteboard and do some teaching for you guys. Right? So, about to sign off, guys. About to go bust a grub. Right? But I love talking to you guys. I love helping you guys. Again, mentor in the chat or mentor DM me. Right? And I'll reach out to you and we can get it popping and figure out how to help you guys. Right? So, as we say, stay strong, dialysis disciples.